Sometimes patients like to ask, when should I have my rhinoplasty? The answer is you can have a rhinoplasty at almost any age in your life. Most of the time, people really start to get concerned about their nose in the early teens, especially for young women when they go through puberty, and young men perhaps a few years later. This is because they start to realize that they have a portion of their face that they really don't care for. And of course, appearance is very important to young people in particular. This is one of the reasons why we have such an interest in youth rhinoplasty, because we realize we can have such a positive impact and benefit on their lives by performing a rhinoplasty. However, there are many other people, perhaps young men for example, who play a lot of sports, and they may well be into their 20s or even early 30s when they stop playing sports and then come to realize, I don't breathe very well through my nose, or I really don't like the crookedness that I got from that football or hockey injury. And so at that age, they may start looking to have a rhinoplasty. We also find some interest increasing again sometimes around the early 40s, particularly in women. And why is this? Well, of course, many women, and indeed men too, get very busy in their early 20s with school, then getting their careers started, and then starting a family. But by the time they get into their early middle age, that nose that they've never liked, and perhaps they had no opportunity to correct when they were younger, becomes something that they believe they would like to do for themselves. And so in early middle age, they will explore what a rhinoplasty might do for them. And once again, sometimes we have patients coming in at a later age, because one of the things that happens with the nose with aging is that the tip starts to droop and it starts to look like it's growing. But in fact, grandpa's and grandma's nose really doesn't grow, but because of the sagging tip, it makes it look like that. And that gives one an aging look. We've actually done studies, and we've published them, showing that just having a rhinoplasty can make someone who's in that middle age or older group look as much as 1.5 years younger. And so the oldest patient I've done a rhinoplasty on, in fact, is in their late 70s. And so you can see that if your nose is of any concern to you, it doesn't really matter how old you are. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It may be something that you'd like to explore to see that an improvement by changing the shape of your nose, and indeed maybe improving the breathing, may make your life better for you and provide you a satisfying facial appearance, one that you've been seeking for many years.